Right, here we are, these cross members. I've lanolined inside of them. You can see that in there. Sort of. So there's all lanolin inside. So these are protected well. The old paint job's come out pretty bloody good actually. It's alright, that hammer, right? It looks a bit rough when you first put it on, but when it's gone off nice, it makes a nice job. So yeah, here we go. We'll get these buggers back on and we'll go from there. Try and get you sort of in a position where you can see what's going on, maybe. Thank you. Let's get some of this off of here first.
Hey? What are you talking to me?
Right. That goes in there. That goes in there. Get them out of here, look, see that up there. Should be able to see them, I reckon. So this part is the main subframe, you see. The main front subframe. And these, the bits we've refurbished, are like outriggers what go to the front cross member. So we'll get them out. This side's a bit tricky because the water reservoir's in the way over here. So we have to pull that out to get it in. So I need two hands to do this. So I don't know what you're going to see on the camera, but I'll try and leave it there and you might see something. Right. It's a bit tricky because the sump's in the way as well, you see. Helps I'll take them bolts out and all that. Yeah, let's get them out as well. We don't want them in there. That's not helping our cause, is it? At all. We'll get them out in a minute. There we go. That's it. Right, let's try that. It goes in there. And that. Just ease the bugger in. That goes in there like that, you see. You can see that now. Yeah. So that gets bolted in up there. Onto our faceplate. Yeah, get the idea. So we get the bolts back in that. If we can, we put a bit of the old copper slip on there. Copper ease. Bit of copper sneeze on our bolts. Bit of copper sneeze on our bolts. And hopefully we can get them back in without cross threading is the key. We don't want to cross thread nothing, so gently does it. Gently does it. That one's gone in all right. Right. And we've got this bolt here. Goes in there. Move that out of the way. That goes in there, you see. like that. Yeah, and the other one goes in there. Yeah, get the idea. So get them back on like that. That's the way to do that. Put a dump of a rag out here to wipe the hands on. Always forget to bring a bit of rag outside. Always. Right, let's see what. It's not that one. It must be that one. So we just nip them up. So do everything, sort of get them all started and in there. That's going in nice. No force, see? Don't want to force the bolts in. Oh. Of course you've got to do them up tight, but we don't want to force nothing. That's doing up nicely. Going in so nice, I can do it with my hands. Look at that. Obviously you can see that there's all that movement. So what I'd do, being as we haven't cleaned this off, you can see where that washer sits. So you try and get that in the same place as where it was, which gives you a good start. And then you put the front on. Get the bolt through the front. And that pulls it over, you see, doing that one up. Yep, get the idea. We've got the wrong size socket on that. That's better. Yeah, so that pulls it over to the edge of the member there. To the edge of this. Yeah, so that's sort of solid then. Then you do the big two up. So you get that one done up first. You ain't got to wring its neck, but make sure it's tight because it is part of the subframe. And then you can do the bottom ones up. And you can see as you do it up, I don't know if I can get the camera high enough, but as you do it up, this plate squashes down onto the beam we've just refurbished. So it sort of sandwiches it, so it pinches it, so the bolts can't undo. So it's always under a load as such, so the bolt can't back off inadvertently when you're using the vehicle. You see? So you do them up sort of evenly. Go back to that one, give that a bit more. You can see it squeezing up now, squeezing. There you go. Get the idea? See that now, can't you? I've got a bit of muck on the lens, have I? No, it's just reflection, so yeah. You can see what I'm saying, can't you? Then you just do this little torsion bar up here. There's one up there, and there's one down there. So you do them up. Job's a good one. Let's put that there. film it a bit better. Yeah, I'll get it there. That's it, right. The other side's easier to get on because number one, the bottom of the sump ain't in the way, and the washer bottle isn't on the other side, so it's a lot easier to fit up. There we go. Beautiful job. So there we are, that's our cross member back in on that side. So you can see where it goes. As I say, I've got all the lanolin inside that now. That looks a better job, doesn't it? Right. Oh yeah, you can see that lines up with that alright, through those holes. That. Yeah, see that alright, can't you? So that's that. So we'll do the other side. And I'll put this on a time lapse. Tight. See them ones. You might be able to see what I'm doing. Get that in there. I don't know what you can see on that camera, but try and get you in a little bit. That's the two bolts here, see? So just alternate how you tighten them up. Do one, go back to the other. That's tight. That's nice and tight. That's it. So I just got to do that one up now. So yeah, you can see you've got to do these ones up now on this side, and that's it. Once again, there's our faceplate. That's got to be lifted up a little bit on this side. So it goes here. Yeah. And there's cross members in there, see? It's just refurbished. So, all good. All good. just a quick. That's enough. No more than that. That's good. From experience, that's fine on that. Okay, now we can have a look at my cross member and see how we're going. I will go and get it. Moment of truth to see whether it all lines up. I'll get some bolts. Let's see if I can get this set up a bit better somewhere. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Maybe there. There. Okay, well, like I said, we've got new bolt. Oh dear, oh dear. I'll try again. Like I said, we've got new nuts, captive nuts in this one now, but we've got the original ones in the top one. So that means to say we'll use the original bolts on the top because they're long enough to go through our new 6mm plate, but the bottom ones wouldn't have been. Unplug the sensor for there. That's going to get in our way. That one's up there. Okay, well, I can see we've got a little bit of a discrepancy on our lining up at the minute. We're not far out, but we've got a little bit of a discrepancy. We are going to need to open them out a bit more, I think. Yeah, we've got to do a bit of opening out on them. So yeah, what it is, them ones ain't bad. Them ones ain't bad. This camera keeps falling over. So yeah, them bottom ones are pretty good. So we're about to install our new bolts in them, alright, look. And they've gone in okay. They will go in okay. Yeah, it's just the rest of them. So we just got to identify what we can get in and what we can't at the moment. They will go. So we've got our locating pin on this side, it's not very good. That needs sorting out, look, you can see that there. It's not really locating that pin, that side. So there's two ways of doing that. we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to move this cross member down, because when I welded it up, it moved when I tacked it. So this has got to come down. So if we're moving it while it's down, we might as well move this one inwards a little bit, which will bring that pin in the right place, and that may help us, because the rest of them don't look bad. So I can see what I've got to do to alter that now. So before we do any more, let's get it back up the shed. Take it off again. We'll get it off again now. Get it all off again now. Okay, so we've got to move this plate. We've got to just take the tacks off of these and move this plate inwards, and this beam's got to go downwards. So we're going to get that done. Let's get it back up the shed. Everything's getting covered in oil. Everything's covered in lanolin underseal. Yeah, it's good stuff, that lanolin. And so it's derived from sheep oil, or is sheep oil. It's very good stuff, it is. So yeah, that's what we got. We've got to break the tack, get that tack off, tap this in, and then we'll tack it back up again. So no big deal, it's one of them things. Didn't expect it to fit on there first time, and I still expect to maybe open up some of the holes on it, but if that's all, that ain't bad. You never know, you might get lucky. But that's why you have to just tack up things, see. If you weld it fully, if you used to weld it fully, that would be a problem now. You should have a lot of cutting and grinding to do now. So tack up, do a drawer run. If it fits, good. If it don't, back to the drawing board. So that's just where we are. But it's all okay. It's all okay. I've got an answer for them locating pins as well. I can buy some extra long sort of nuts. They're like joining nuts, where I can't actually get them on there because of the thickness of the metals. Battery angle grinder, not very good. Let's get a different battery, hopefully. Get a chisel in that, and might be able to get it off. Now that's only tacked on. That's only tacked on. See, to get the aggro is giving us to get off. Just grind that off now. So that shows you, even tacking, it shows you that wire, that gasless wire does its job. It's really got hold of it there. Just with a tack. I'll try and keep that out of the way if I can. Do it. Yeah, maybe. Now what we have got to be careful of, we need to bend that in. Now we need to put it back on our jig and determine. I know I've got a rough idea how much it's got to go, but we don't want to go too much. So what we'll do, we've got a line on this board. What we'll do, we'll take this piece of wood off and give this a tap that way. That's the plan. And I can determine where it needs to go. So we'll get our striker wood off, so to speak. We'll get that thing out. Now I can give that a tap now. I need a bigger hammer. Bigger hammer is needed. That one there. Let's see if we've got any movement. It's moved a little bit. Probably not enough yet. Probably not enough yet. So we need to keep. It's moved now. It's moved now, I think. Still not enough. We might have to break the tacks on that top one. Yeah, we'll have to break the tacks on the top one. That's annoying. Never mind. That's what happens, isn't it? I need to break the tacks on that top one as well. If I can get in there. I ain't got the cutting wheel on, have I? That helps. Let's get a new cutting wheel. Shift now. Let's see if we can get a shift on. Ah, yeah, that's moved now. Right, I reckon we can do that now. So we need to go back out to the vehicle now and offer it back up and see whether that's enough. So here we go, back outside again. Won't take you out there. I'll leave the camera running here. If it works, I will come back and tell you. Right, like I was saying, our bloody battery went flat on the GoPro again. We've had to elongate these, unfortunately. Same there. We will probably weld, if you can see down there, I can't really get the camera very well, but we'll probably weld another piece of metal on this edge to strengthen this area up, make it look good. Doesn't have to go all the way down, it's just got to be localised to that area. So as long as it's strengthened up either side, there and there, because that's the pinch point, you see. Yeah, these are all right. These are all right. They're all right. So yeah, that's where we are with that. I did have to enlarge them, and I had to drill out my locators, which is unfortunate, but well, there you go. There's not a lot I can do about that, really. It's just the way that seems to have transpired. Bit of a shame, really. I mean, I could grind the locating pins off of the front of it and not bother with them, but the trouble is with that, this is going to get quite heavy, so all the weight will be on your bolts when you're trying to put it on, and if you take it off, it's a fair chance it'll fall on your foot. So I'll try and keep them pins in as much as I can, just so it supports the weight a little bit. But we're ready to do a little bit of welding. Right, we'll get a bit of anti-spatter going here. I don't know how much of this you're going to see. Not really, but we'll have a go. We're getting a bit of welding going on now, which is good. It's taken a while to get to this point, so going across that rib, so I've got to stop there. So right, well, that's where, when I cut that, that's the little bit what I broke into the cross member, so I'm going to have to fill that in, you see. Hear it? That's it, we've got her now. There ain't no coming off of there. I think I might put another bit across the back of that and all. Kill. We've got two good welds there. I'm going to try and get down the back edge. Beautiful. That ain't coming off. You just get one across that front edge, you see. Bit hard for me to do that. Sort of get down on an angle, because you can see we've broken out of it there. So anti-spatter. Get that anti-spatter spray going. The old gasless wire, that's your best friend, that stuff, so let's try and get a bit more light in it for me, because I'm finding that going to be awkward otherwise. There, there's a big gap in that one, so I'm going to have to do a bit of that's the gap. We've hit the gap. So now I've got to fill that gap in. The best way of doing that is standing up. I can do it standing up. That way round. I can work on it better that way round, see? So camera there, and also, yeah, so that makes it easier for me. Hear it? Yeah. Turn the amps down on that. We need to build that up a little bit. Fill that gap. Yeah, that's quite a big gap here, isn't it? There we go. We've got it. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there. So yeah. Yeah, give it a clean up, be fine. Like I said, this one is not really doing an awful lot. It'll only ever get used for towing on the towing eye up the other end, and that's in an emergency. But if I'm going to be putting this big box section in here, it's going to, you can tow it from that, so it's not going to matter. I might be doing all this for no reason at the minute, because I might have to cut a section out the middle of this one, so this might be a little bit of a waste of time. And the stuff I use for putting inside of it to protect it is this stuff. I use this stuff. See this stuff? Chassis guard, lanolin, buzz weld. This stuff's superb. I really think it's superb. It's better than, oh well, say Lanagard do one, it's dearer, but this is the same kind of stuff, so This is absolutely superb, this stuff. I can't rate it enough, honestly. And it's not a paid promotion, it's just me telling you what I think. It gets into the metalwork. And it sort of like leaves a nice sort of coating on it when it does eventually go off, which takes quite a while, but it goes on and it's very runny, but it sort of seeps into everything. So if there's any kind of rust there, it just stops the water penetrating into the steel and rusting it, which is better than painting, and it's better than anything, to be fair, because it still allows the steel to breathe. Trouble is with painting steel, when it chips, water gets underneath the chip, then it starts rusting it. So that's the problem with all these black underseals and things like that. So not the best of thing. And I know these are galvanised. These are galvanised. So yeah, of course I'm burning the coating off. But if I get a bit of that gear around it after, it'll be alright. But that's a little bit down the road yet. I won't be doing that just yet. Because I've still got to work out all this other caper. So yeah, we get there though. Another stage further forward, isn't it? It's just a matter of time and patience. Oh, so when you go and get an A-frame fitted at a company, they've already made all this, or whatever they do, however they do it, they've already made it. So there's none of this flapping around. They've already got the measurements for the vehicle, and they know exactly what sizes they are, and they don't have to do this. That's why all it is basically a fitting. You know, they know that's the vehicle coming in, so we better make one of them if we ain't got one on the shelf, kind of thing, you know. But when you do it yourself, you've got to, you know, roll with the rough with a smooth kind of thing, you know what I mean? Roll with the punches, as they say. So there you are. Anyway, we'll get there. We always do. Tidy the welds up a bit. It certainly ain't coming off, I know that. That ain't anyway. Ever again. If it comes off again, it'll be pretty much knackered, I'd say. Right, well there is one thing we do need to weld, and that's that there. We've got to weld that back in on that plate. See that? No big deal. And get a good weld around that. only thing I find about this welding wire, it fogs up the mask so easily, you can't see what you're bloody doing. Well, getting out, that's welded in now. That ain't ever coming out either. Hey, that's never coming out. No. No, no, no. Get the idea. Yep. Pointing downwards. Yeah, so there you are. See what we've done. You can see what we've done. Way round with a weld. That ain't ever come off here. Not any time soon, it ain't anyway. So, yeah. So it's only sheet metal anyway, look, if you look at it, it's sheet metal. See it? It's ridiculous. Whereas what we're putting on is like that. So on this bit, this is where I'm going to be putting my box section. Here, up here, coming out and round with the toe rising. So that's why I've got to build up this material around this hole. See this hole here? I've got to build it up around, put a bit of material in here just to strengthen this securing point. These ones are alright, and these ones ain't too bad. That was a bit close to the edge, but it's on the other end, it's on the other side, so I might do the same with that one. But on this edge, I'm going to be putting another piece of angle iron going round onto the side of the structure, and there's you can put a couple of bolt holes. You can actually put a couple of bolt holes that way and bolt it onto the side. So I'm not so concerned about that one. But yeah, there you are. That's where we are on a Sunday. This must be getting on to dinner time now, so I'm going to probably be calling it a day. I might just go around with a wire brush, just wire brush him up with it on the battery drill, just give him a nice wire brush, and I think I'll turn it in for the day. But there you are, a bit more is done. Well, there we are. That's the size of it. We are pretty much all sorted now. Look at that. All good. Clean that edge up a little bit on that one. Look, that's all welded nicely round now. And we know our toe eye is welded in on the back of that, so that's never coming out. Yeah. That's the only one I had a bit of trouble with around now. That one. because the metal had disappeared where I cut into it too much when I detached it from the old mounts. So, but that ain't coming off of there, is it? I think you can agree that won't be coming off of there. The only downside doing it like this and having three, it don't allow you a lot of room to get the bolts in. I must be honest, that's going to be a bit of a bloody struggle, I reckon. But anyway, we'll get round it. We'll get round it somehow. But there you are. All these little problems. Well, they're not problems. We just find out a solution to them, won't we? Somehow. Anyway, there we are. There she is. It's reinstated. Give it a wipe up, a bit of a clean now, because I can get all that muck off of it. I can't paint it yet because I've still got welding to do, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking like a thing again. No, it's looking like a thing. So, which is all good. Super job. Right, anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing and all the rest of it, and hopefully next time we can get this next one, this towing eye or this towing cross member in, and maybe we can even get the brake sorted out, but we'll get there, we're getting there. So anyway, till next time, cheers.